Happy Wednesday, everybody. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me across all socials. And this podcast is being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. It is a big month for Omaha Steaks. The semi-annual sale going on right now. Juice gets you 50% off when you put it into the search bar with their semi-annual sale. And when you do that, they also give you $30 additional off your total order. Minimum purchase may be required. All backed by a 100% money-back guarantee at omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE. All right, so a 1-0 night last night, up 1 unit. Got the over in the Braves game. You can go back at the Braves if you want, and I'll probably do it personally a little bit. It's just the Braves are getting up there, and I'm getting a little concerned. The Cubs need to score. I might add, okay, I'm either going to bet the Cubs and the Braves over, or I'm going to bet the Pirates money line. But I need to kind of see how this whole thing's going to shake out a little bit. I want to see if the Phillies are going to change a pitcher or not for tomorrow, because there's an old adage where you fade the team that just clinched because they party and they'll go crazy and blah, 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 right? It's plus 110 right now for the Pirates. My gut tells me that's going to flip and the Pirates are going to wind up being the favorite, which I get it. I mean, maybe it's better to bet that overnight, but I need to do a little more research on this before I want to jump in front of the Phillies with the Pirates, because the Pirates have been DOA for a while and I'm just not incredibly love Oviedo against Suarez. Ranger Suarez has been pretty good at home, and that's what gives me pause here. I'm like, man, I guess he could get a 4.99 ERA. It's been better on the road, I guess, 2.75. But he hasn't been awful at home. And, you know, he won his last start 5-4, lost his last start 5-4. You know, maybe the over's the play in the game there. I don't know. But like Pirates, Phillies has my attention. I've not bet it yet. So I'm going to give that. I have 2 bets for you guys coming up here today on the podcast. Plus, I'll add a third one during the day on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. Okay, so that's where I'll put it. It's either going to be the Braves, you know, going right back to what we hit yesterday and just not fooling around here and just saying, okay, you know, it's not broken. Why am I going to try to fix it? And just say, okay, let's take a look at teams that need to score. Teams, I mean, the Cubs gave that game away last night. I mean, how in the world do you drop that pop fly? It's brutal. It's Darius Vines against Jameson Taillon. I don't know a whole lot about Darius Vines, to be quite honest, but it looks like he's going to be just an opener for them, go 2-3 innings. He last pitched on the road against Washington. He gave up 3 earned runs in 3 innings. He's pretty much good for a run every time he's out there. But this Braves offense is just stupid. I mean, that was a really costly loss for the Cubs. They're up 5-0. I thought the under might be in jeopardy, and then bang, just like that, the Braves offense comes to life, home runs all over the place, and they drive the starter, Justin Steele, out of the game, and then the bullpen just fell apart. The Braves, I mean, the bullpen for the Cubs is not good. The Braves, when they face that bullpen for the Cubs, they're going to tee off. So the faster we get to the Cubs bullpen, the better it's going to be. Taillon, 8-10 with a 5.05 ERA on the road, 5.56 ERA, 4-4, opposing batting average at 229. It's not horrible. His last time pitching on the road at Colorado, gave up 3 earned in 5. At Cincinnati, gave up 5 earned runs in 5. Against Detroit on the road, gave up 4 earned runs. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll probably be back on the over for the Cubs and the Braves, but I might come in on Moneyline Pirates, but we'll see how that goes. Before I give you the 2 picks for today, let's talk about our friends at Rival Fantasy. Rival Fantasy is an all-new, all-in-one fantasy sports platform where you can dive into 3 DFS games you cannot find anywhere else. This year, they're also introducing season-long a season-long platform, bringing back redraft and DFS together in one place. Rival Fantasy is so excited about people getting to play season long. They're giving away a total of $10,000 in prizes for users who create a redraft league on their platform this season. That's 20 leagues. We paid up to $1,000 to play on Rivals. Rival Fantasy is also offering new users a $200 deposit match plus $25 in complimentary entries. You will literally be playing with house money right out of the gate. To join, go to joinrival.com FantasyPros23. JoinRival.com/FantasyPros23 to sign up, claim your deposit match, and experience the future of fantasy sports. Season long and DFS in one platform, streamlined for fantasy football all year long. They also have fantasy bingo. They have season long giveaways. Very cool stuff, all at Rival Fantasy. Again, join Rival /FantasyPros23 or use the code FantasyPros23 at sign up. All right. So let's talk about the Dodgers and the Rockies. There's a bunch of ways to bet this game, okay? Dodgers did not go over in the first game. I was glad I did not bet that. Second game, they flew over. This is not a doubleheader. Single game here tonight. Dodgers at the Rockies. So the Dodgers are 49-23-4 to the over on the road. They're the best team in Major League Baseball. We've bet them a ton on the overs. We've done very well with this. The Rockies are 38-38 at home, so pretty much flat. The books obviously juice it up. Total's 11.5 or 12. DraftKings is at 11.5 right now, -115 for the total. Sheehan's going for the Dodgers. On the road, 8.57 ERA, opposing batting average of 307 on the road. That's not good, but he did pitch well last time out. 6 innings, no earned runs on the road. He did pitch back earlier in the year against Colorado on the road. He went 5, gave up 3 earned runs in a 14-3 win for the Dodgers. Again, Dodgers scoring. Davis is going for the Rockies. At home, he has a 20.57 ERA. I'm not kidding you, a 20.57 ERA. He is an opener. The Dodgers up against a team's bullpen like the Rockies early. 4.47 ERA. 474 opposing batting average. 20.57 ERA. In the last 3 home starts, there's been an 11-10, a 25-1, and 11-4 final scores, all losses for the Rockies at home when Davis starts. Here's how you can bet this. Over 11.5 at -115. Dodgers parlayed with the over is +140. Dodgers money line plus, or Dodgers team total over 6.5 runs is about -130, depending on what book you're looking at. Okay. If I wasn't so cold, I would ladder this. Like legit, I would bet all 3 of those bets. Okay. I think the Dodgers score a ton of runs, but I know better because I'm ice cold. And when you're running cold, you gotta turtle and you gotta be safer and take the easiest, the most likely of all things to happen. And the most likely is the Dodgers give up 3 or 4 runs, the Dodgers score 5, 6, or 7 runs, and we wind up with like a 7-5 final, okay? 12 runs being scored. Yes, that's over 6.5. Yes, that's the run line. Yes, that's a Dodger victory parlayed with an over, okay? All those things are happening, but I'm just going to take it because we've been so cold, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay the 1.15 units down now. DraftKings has this at 11.5. Dodgers, Rockies, over 11.5 for 1.15 units. Bet number 1. Bet number 2, well, I'm going to go do an under, but not the under that we were going to play last night. That game's being made up with a doubleheader. I'm not betting double headers. So if you want to bet the same pitching matchup with the Marlins and the Mets that were out there, go right ahead. It's under 8, again, under 7.5. Again, you can do that, but I'm just going to go to the Nationals and the Orioles. In the 3 games so far between the Orioles and the Nationals, would it surprise you if I told you that the Nationals have not scored yet? Because that's true. 1-0, 4-0, and then 1-0 last night. Really an odd situation there. Now, it's Patrick Corbin. Betting unders with Patrick Corbin is always super dangerous, and it's like I've gone back and forth on this like 4 times, but I just can't get over the idea that the Nationals, their offense is so bad. Kyle Bradish went 8 innings, was awesome last night in the 1-0 victory. Grayson Rodriguez, this is his last start before the playoffs. I think this guy's going to come out and just dominate. He's been really good of late against The Cleveland Guardians, 5 innings, 2 earned runs against Tampa Bay, 8 innings, no earned runs against the Red Sox, 4 1/3, 2 earned runs against the Angels, 6 innings, 2 earned runs against the White Sox at home, 6 innings, no earned runs against Toronto at home, 6 innings, 3 earned runs. They've won 3 of the last 5 times he has started, but the Orioles aren't scoring a lot of runs right now. So I'm a little concerned, even with Patrick Corbin starting, and you're like, Matt, it's Patrick Corbin. They're going to score a ton of runs. I don't know, okay? Corbin, sure, number-wise, 10-14, 5.13 ERA. But if you look at his on the road, he's got a 4.83 ERA, opposing batting average of 268. He's 6-5 on the road. And look at his game log. Yes, okay, at home, last time out against the Braves, got hit hard, 4 1/3 against 5 innings. But who hasn't? If you throw the Braves out, on the road against Milwaukee, 2-1. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run. Against the Pirates, 6-2 win. He went 6 2/3, 2 earned runs. Against Toronto, he got hit hard back on the 30th of August, 7-0 loss. Game went under. 5 innings, 6 earned runs. Against the Yankees, 6-5. The game went over, 6-0, but he only gave up 3 earned runs. I just think I look at Baltimore and I'm like, man, I don't know how many runs the Orioles are going to score. As long as Patrick Corbin is not horrible, I'm going to gamble here and I'm going to go under 8. And it's one of those bets where I think you almost bet it and forget it. I'm not sure you want to watch it. I'm not going to be in love with this, going like, yeah, this is awesome. Go ahead and hammer this. You know, these teams are going to score a ton of runs. I don't know. I mean, Baltimore at home this season has been pretty good. They're averaging 4.64 runs at home, but that's kind of middle of the pack for Major League Baseball. Washington on the road hasn't been, a juggernaut by any means. They average 4.26. It's one of the worst offenses per runs per game on the road. As I said, they haven't scored a run yet against the Orioles. I'm going to go under 8 here between these two. It's, I don't love the bet because it's an under with Patrick Corbin on the mound, but maybe it's sort of going against everybody else and zagging when everybody else is zigging. 8 minus 120, 1.2 units down on it. I think we'll see a 7.5 or maybe even a 7. I think the number is going to move down, but I think right now you can go ahead and jump on it. The under 8 for minus 120, 1.2 units down. Orioles, Nationals, under 8 for 1.2 units. Okay, so 2 bets for sure. Over 11.5, Dodgers at the Rockies at minus 115. Under 8, Orioles and the Nationals at minus 120, 1.2 units. And then I will add either the Braves and the Cubs over or Pirates money line. Most likely it's going to be the over, but I just need to do a little more. I need to see a little more in the line movement, a little more to see what direction the line goes. Because, look, the Pirates aren't great. And again, that's the whole adage, right? You just go ahead and fade the Phillies and you just say, okay, they just clinched last night. They're going to be partying all night. They're going to be hungover. It's still the Pirates. I'm nervous because the Dodgers, when they clinched, the Dodgers went out and partied and won the next day. So that's my hesitation. I like the plus money on the Pirates, just not entirely sold. I want to go ahead and bet on the Pirates to win today against the Phillies. The over and the Braves may be a simpler, easier bet. So more to come on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. But for now, we're going over Dodgers 11.5, under 8 with the Nationals and the Orioles. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning. The Daily Juice Podcast. See, it's on my shirt. The Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.